Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the official start of ETM 511. If you haven't had a chance to get into the course since I opened it 3 weeks ago, now's your opportunity to dig around and do your quick orientation so that you'll be prepared to jump into class. Hopefully, in these next 2 weeks, while schools are closed, you'll have an opportunity to really dig into the readings and perhaps get a little bit further ahead in the readings. There is a lot of reading at the very beginning of race and ethnicity, just so that we can start to build ourselves up to have these difficult conversations about race and collect enough information so that we have differing perspectives. If you've been in ETM 511, you'll notice that this course is set up exactly like that. One additional area that I put into this course is rubrics, so that all of the rubrics are in one place. I've started to build this into all of our ETM courses so that you'll know exactly where to go to look for information on how you'll be graded and not having to go into the grade book to find the rubrics. Of course, the course guide is going to be a very good place for you to look so that it has all of the very quick information, sort of more like a checklist for you of what you're going to be doing. You'll see what you're going to be reading and viewing in this first module in addition to the other 3 modules. In this very first module, we have some viewings that you're going to need to access Hoover Library. You can access online using your McDaniel login and password as you normally do. If you go into the modules page, for module 1, where are we now? You're actually going to have to click on these live boxes to get you to the Hoover Library, and then you'll just log in from there. Please let me know if you have any issues. As of right now, I do believe that everything is still up and running well at the college. The college is technically on spring break this week, so hopefully we won't have any major technical issues that we can't go ahead and navigate ourselves. So as you can see in the things to do and things to read section, there is a bunch of stuff to look at. Your major deliverable for this is called the Data Analysis Mini Project, and that's going to be due at midnight on the last night of this module, which is March 29th. So make sure that you start to think about that and look through data analysis points, what you're interested in doing. This very first deliverable asks you to look at some data from your school. Luckily, if you're in Carroll County Public Schools right now, they just opened up a new portal called Performance Matters. You might be able to dig it up from there. For any of you who are just off school right now, if you have an issue getting this information from a principal or an assistant principal, please let me know and we can navigate a different site. There are some generalized data points that are out in the public through Maryland Report Card. And there's also some things that we can just use research articles to pull up data points that you could actually do a data analysis through that. So please start to look into it now. See if you can get someone to help you if you don't have access to data on your own. And if you have a problem, please let me know and we'll just navigate that as we can. Okay, I just want you guys to have very little stress as we go into this because with schools being closed, some of these assignments may have to change and we'll have to modify them. I'm totally willing to do that. We're still going to be able to get the good learning out of this, and I think that we'll all grow even if we don't have specific data from our school at this time. So this is by far my favorite class out of the 5 to teach and to be a part of, because in race and ethnicity, we really kind of hit those ouch moments in figuring out who we are, where we're from, and how that impacts our dealing with other race and ethnicities in our school systems, but also in our lives. And we really can start to take a look at what are the words that we use, and do we have implicit biases that actually impact the way that we interact with other folks in regards to race and ethnicity. And also, what is racial privilege? Whenever we start to look at racial privilege, and you guys are reading a book right now called Waking Up White. I think that book kind of nails it, but there's also multiple other books out. White Fragility is one that I just began reading, and that also hits just the privilege of race so hard. So there's a lot of different areas that we can start to look at what racial privilege looks like. But we need to really look at it in regards to where are we now in our racial structure in the United States, in our school systems. And in this very first module, that's what we're going to be doing. And also looking at systemic biases and barriers that build up in our school systems that impede students and parents from becoming active members of those school systems. So as in all of the other classes, discussion forums are available to you. Just the first one. The second forum will open soon. But we're going to do 3 discussion forums per module. Occasionally you'll have one that asks you to do a graphic or some sort of interactive that's a little bit different than just posting in your writing. And also you'll do learning logs. And if you click onto the learning logs section, you'll simply go into learning logs for the module and then make sure that you click and you'll be able to, click here, create blog entry. And then whenever you create your blog entry, it will post so that I know that you're in and you've created your blog entry. Very important for you to know that blog entries can be read by other students. You are not required to read anyone else's learning logs. This is a place where I just like to have kind of your final summation of the modules. You only need to do one per module, but it's also any place where if you've kind of gotten stuck on something and you just want to kind of blab about it, you just want to share some ideas about it or just get something off of your chest, this is a good place to do that. But just know that other students are able to see it and they can read it. Okay? All right, so with that, I'm just going to say you guys are open to go. It is fair game. March 16th is finally here, and we are ready to get this going. I will be posting this into the announcement section, and you'll be getting an email about it that'll remind you that class is open today. And I look forward to learning with you all and spending these next 8 weeks together. Have a good day.